Cheers, 100%. You really know your stuff.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Wine Down. We have
Wine Down with a special guest.
Allison Persky, comedian extraordinaire, and I'd like to say one of my best friends.
That's right.
Cheers.
Best friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
So today on the Wine Down, we do have a lot to talk about. We have some amazing guests on today, and we will get to that in a second. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about you had a wonderful vacation.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're not winding down first? I thought we were winding
Oh,
down
should we
first.
wind down
We should
first?
wind down first. We're winding down. And
Let's
why are we
wind
winding down?
Because it's Monday.
Because it's Monday.
Because it's Monday.
And because Sip and Say Craft Wine and Spirits in Merrick sponsors this wonderful Wine Down.
More cheers.
More cheers. All the cheers.
All the cheers.
All right. Winding down here, and we're winding down with some Balancing Act Chardonnay for our guest here, who is a mother, comedian. I probably think you have a job somewhere, too. You've got some
Sometimes,
kids.
yep.
A husband.
And she's balancing it all with some delicious Chardonnay from Washington State.
What do you taste in there? Besides penises, like you said before.
That was off-air conversation.
That's the flower, that beautiful flower of Hawaii
The
that
stamen.
I feel, it's
gives
funny.
off wonderful aromas
Yeah.
and just really takes you places of being on vacation, right, Jen? No? Allison? Jen?
Well, not steaming, but it does make me feel warm in my tummy, so...
Okay, we're going to
Wait,
toast
wait,
to that. Warm in your
Warm in
tummy.
your tummy. My virgin ears. This is killing me.
Jen and I are enjoying a Montepulciano from Inside Me, which happens to be a winery that's based in Oceanside, New York.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's cool. Local.
Definitely check it out. They buy grapes from elsewhere, and they produce everything that they make right there in Oceanside, and you can really just taste the
ocean air.
ocean air from...
It actually, I thought it was very good. I feel like it's peppery and a little coffee, but
Yes, absolutely, Jen.
why not?
That's why we have
Wine
Jen down on the Wine Down.
To give the amateur palate.
Yeah.
I like to say Adam teaches me, but really he just assuages me. He's like, is that what you taste?
Every time he doesn't like what you say, he's like,
Oh, you know us so well here on the Wine Down.
Oh, yeah. And where can we get these wines? Do you have them in stock?
These are available at Sip and Say Craft Wine and Spirits right there on Merrick Road or sipsay.com.
Oh, it's on
Use
the
our
glass.
code.
We do have a code, the Wine Down, for 15% off.
Everyone likes a good deal.
Everyone likes a good deal. And you know what's really funny? I was talking to Dina, one of our viewers, and Diana Brewster. She's on. Hi, Diana.
Oh, hi.
I was talking to one of my viewers, and she was so excited. She went to your liquor store, got so excited, didn't give them the code. And I told her before she went, I said, don't forget the code.
That's my favorite customer.
Yeah.
Not taking the discount.
Yeah.
No, I want you to have it all.
I am supporting 100%.
I make up codes, and he hates it. I'm just like, this will do something. And he's like, please stop.
That's how I am at Ticketmaster. I'm like, something has to work.
Sorry, 10. You always gotta try it. You always gotta try it. But it has been, we haven't been on for a couple of weeks, and I feel it.
Where have we been?
Where have you been?
Yes.
Where have I been?
Where have you been?
I want to
Tell
hear
us.
all about it.
I took a little trip to the Dominican Republic. It was very nice to get a little tan in, a little sun, a little beach, a little alcohol.
Did you lose it? Or?
A little bit more alcohol.
No,
Tan?
that's
This is
tan.
actually pretty good. This
Oh.
is pretty good.
I mean, it does.
It looks
good.
whiter on the other
I
side.
I saw some of the pictures, and I've got to tell you, your fashion is so forward and so wonderful. Where do you?
Thank
you must
you,
have spent
Jen.
thousands of
I
dollars.
appreciate that. I actually
Good to
shop
notice.
a very small collection that can be found online. The Jeff Bezos collection.
Oh, God.
He seems to have just what I need. He knows what size I am. He tells me something is going to fit. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff is always sending me the newest fashions.
Love him.
So nice.
Love him.
And how easy is a return? We don't return things. I don't return things.
I like
Jeff's
it.
really good about it. You could say, Jeffrey Bezos, this doesn't fit me. Please take it back. And he gives you money.
He gives you money.
And then I get to spend it places. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
And
So
you-
if you're looking for something cute to wear or something vacation, definitely check out Jeff's collection.
And you want it now.
Oh, well, of course we want it now. I want it yesterday.
Yeah, sometimes you can even get it same day, 5 to 10.
Yep.
Those are my favorite deals, especially
Thank
when
you,
I forget
Jeff.
things. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
And you did look
Making me look good.
You looked amazing on that
Thank
vacation.
you, Jen.
So thank you, Jeff.
Jen and Jeff, I love you both.
Oh, I'm not sending you clothes.
Oh,
I might though. I might though. I do like to. I do like to dress my friends. It's fun. So also, you came and saw me for the first time ever at a comedy show in a restaurant.
At a comedy show.
At a comedy show.
Finally, what do you mean? She's all around.
Well, it was so funny because literally everybody in the audience we brought. Like literally,
was not from the place that the comedy show
somebody
was
threw
at.
up on me.
Shut up.
Somebody, you remember? I almost forgot. I almost set that away. Remember, I was like, this guy threw up on me, and you guys didn't believe me. And then Claire was like, "What's on your shirt?" And I'm like, "He threw up next to me." And then they comped my meal.
That's how we welcome people to Long Beach, which is where this delightful comedy show was at. So I felt like I could.
Oh my god.
I was going out in
memories.
civilization and not traveling to the countryside, so I was happy to come and see a show.
Adam's in Long Beach, and he lives the best Long Beach life. He's got like a balcony, a jacuzzi in the back that's always running.
We try not to leave the island.
We try not to.
Long Beach Island.
But
Here we are.
We also did leave the island once again. We went to the Alamo Draft House.
The Alamo Draft House. What a wonderful time. We went from Long Beach Island to Long Island Island to Manhattan Island.
And it was such a cool venue.
Dominican and oh my goodness.
Lots of bridges and planes.
Yeah.
We were on so many bridges.
So many bridges.
But it was a
Burning
lot
them
of fun. We saw a Latvian kung
The
fu
Invisible
movie.
Fight.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It was a very delightful movie. You had to read the subtitles, but you were glued in with some rock and roll and some
sick, like
crazy church cult and kung fu.
And kung fu and finding yourself.
You never.
No, you never
those
really put those together,
But they did. Latvia did.
It worked so well.
And what I really liked about the Alamo Draft House is it's nestled away in the basement. They have a bunch of vintage VHSs out, which is so cool.
Oh, that's fun.
They have also different, depending on the movies that are coming out, they have like different displays you can take pictures with. But most importantly, they deliver food directly to your chair, which you know I'm into. And they have a very extensive beer list, which we know Adam isn't into. But they did have a decent spirits list.
Yeah, we did
decent.
just fine. I ordered
just
plenty
fine.
of gin cocktails over to our seat while we watched this wonderful movie.
It was so good. We had such a good time.
We laughed. We didn't cry, but we laughed.
We laughed a lot. We made memories.
We made memories. Underground.
Speaking of underground, I'm actually going to be doing a show here for under See You Next Tuesday, another podcast that comes here. It's the middle of next month. Bobby, do we have that flyer? All right. It's middle of next month. And I think so. We're about to pull it up. I forget the date because I'm a bad comedian. It will be Saturday, March 15th? 16th. Thanks. And it will be right here in the studio, so get here as soon as you can. It's not a huge studio, but I'm going to be with, besides Allison, some of the funniest women in comedy. You have Emily Santosis. You have Kathy Arnold, whom I love.
Yeah,
Kathy Arnold,
funny.
So funny. Kristen Tinsley, who's got my heart. Such a sweet
she's
pie.
just not only a good person, but a good spirit,
She's a vibe. She's a
good
whole
comic,
vibe.
yeah.
Mandy Jones, who I haven't seen in a couple years, so it's going to be nice to see her. I was on her podcast, years ago when I first started. And, of course, Carla Okerson. So it is going to be an amazing show. Definitely get here, get your tickets at the door, get a nice spot. There's going to be some refreshments here, so, come ready to party. And it's going to be just a really nice time, so I'm looking forward to it. On top of looking forward to that, I'm also co-editing and publishing a comedy anthology book because I've never published a book before or edited a book. So I'm inviting all funny people and comedians to go ahead and make their submissions. You can email longislandcomedy@gmail.com. And it'll be there. I'll also share the flyers up. You'll see it on my social media. I'll share the flyer on TheWineDown. You become a published author, and if you get published in the book, we might also invite you to a couple of the events to read what you wrote and maybe a little more. So it's very exciting for me. It's my first time doing like a book endeavor.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. But that's because I finished the tumbling piece.
Yeah.
Oh, the tumbling piece surfaces again.
Yeah.
Sure does. It sure does. It was the year of yes. I don't know if you remember.
This is the year of yes.
Yes.
Here, here.
Here, here.
Well, before we get into that, Allison, do you have any shows coming up?
I do. I have one this Thursday at Rico's Pizzeria.
Oh, I'm going to be there.
Oh, yay.
I'm not performing, but I'll be in the audience.
All right,
a
so let's send it
supporter.
back to the one who's performing.
Yeah, so anyway, so my show is yeah. Rico's call for reservations. It starts at 7:30.
It's in Merrick.
And it's in Merrick, and there's a lot of really funny comics on there. And some of my favorites, there's Rich Walker. Oh, I'm going to murder his name. Laughter Saves Lives. John
LaRocchia.
LaRocchia. I was going to say...
LaRocchia? It might be LaRocchia, actually. John LaRocchia, the guy,
I was
the
going to say
founder of Laughter
LaRocchia
Saves-
because I don't know how to read. But that's the problem with being Facebook friends with people. Like, but yeah, so he's the one putting this all together, and it's for a great cause. Rich Walker, Les Deegan,
Love Les, love
Jeff
Rich.
Goldberg, Thomas Diesel. Oh shit! I suck at. Oh, sorry, I suck at this though. But yes,
Can't take her
We
anywhere.
love the realness. This
Yeah.
is what we like on the Wine Down.
but yeah, really funny people and
And pizza.
And
15%
pizza.
off or 20% off. I don't know.
No,
That's
it's
exciting.
It's not 15% off. It's the proceeds. 15% of your proceeds
Right,
go to
right.
Laughter Save Lives. You're not getting a discount, but your money is going to Laughter Save
And we get
Lives.
Are you
pizza.
sure you're not on it?
I actually
You know
read the
better than-
flyers. Yeah, because
I think we just established I don't know how to read.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been feeding her all of her everything she's had to read her entire life. It's been hard.
I mean, they got me drunk before the show, so it's not my fault.
It's what we do.
This
And we
is
do
what
it
we do
well.
on the Wine Down.
And we do it well.
And we do it well.
So, I guess we'll get into it. We do have
Yes.
another guest coming up here. His name is Andrew Ball. He is a he's a world champion, five-time
Wow.
world champion. I just got the 5 high sign.
Ooh, I just got the...
And I had the
high
year
hot
of
sign.
yes, and this short
Tell us,
documentary.
catch us up a little bit.
You know
Tell
what?
us what is about to happen right now for those that don't remember.
I don't have to tell you anything because I gave this to Don Sill. Everyone knows my bestie, Don Sill.
Don's the best.
I gave it to Don to edit, and he recapped the whole thing for me in case I got hit by a bus. So we're going to go ahead and play that up, and when we get back, we'll have Andrew with us.
Yes.
I've mentioned before on previous shows and also in my stand-up act that there's something that I'm not able to do that has affected my life very negatively growing up, and that's I cannot do a forward tumble.
A forward tumble.
I'm terrified. I am absolutely terrified. I can sort of do a backwards tumble. It's a little bit of a mess, but like forward, butt over the head. My mom spent hours trying to teach me when I was a kid. I couldn't go forward in judo. For musical theater, they would put me in the wings and they would be like, you just stand there while everyone else does cool stuff.
Are you able to walk forward?
Barely.
Barely. So is
Barely.
it the forward part or is it the tumble part?
It's the tumbling. But because of this, I came out of my shell and I'm like, this is the year of yes. So I'm going to do something that I wouldn't normally do. So I actually reached out to Andrew Ball, who is the owner of AB Martial Arts. You can check him out at AB_martial arts. And he is the owner, he is the sensei of that dojo. It's in North Merrick on Jerusalem Avenue. And he was like, Jen, I would love to help you on your journey. And I'm like, this is fantastic. And then lucky me, not only do I have like a sensei to help me, but I also have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Frank Spano.
Wow.
And Frank is going to be there with Andrew to facilitate this forward roll that I'm
Okay.
going to share with all of you, whether it's successful or not, because it's the year of yes doesn't mean it's the year I actually get it done.
The year of yes.
But-
Cheers to the year of
Cheers.
yes.
Thank you. I am so excited about it, and we're hoping to get it together by the end of this month. But it was just so cool that like something as simple as like I can't do a forward roll, everyone was so supportive.
And you feel that this has been holding you back, Jen?
It has. It has. Because everyone can do it. Can you do a forward roll?
I haven't tried in over
But you have.
30 years. And
But you have. I
Okay.
haven't.
Not even
haven't.
when you were a child.
No, especially when I was a child. This is a big thing for me.
Okay. To the forward roll.
To the forward roll of this year.
Sounds like a sushi dish or...
Don't be disappointed in me. You knew I wasn't going to be good at this.
I know, but you gotta at least try. I'm just gonna roll right into it. I don't want to do too much that you don't. I don't want to give you shit that you don't even want. So let's just get into what you want. Okay, bend your knees. Take this arm, and I want you to reach all the way through your legs and roll. Roll.
And roll. What is that?
Ready?
What is the end
Look,
roll?
watch him do it. Perfect.
So there's like momentum.
If you're really low, try this.
Okay.
Get like you're sitting on a toilet. Ready?
And
Put your arm through your legs.
Shoot your arm.
okay, I'm just worried about being able to get the momentum forward.
Okay? Well, first get like this. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. That's it. Now put your arm through your legs. And roll.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, put the right arm through your legs.
Yeah.
You want us to?
Guide you and like.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. That's gymnastics, and they would nail that with you. Or you will. Okay. Kid we went to high school teaching gymnastics.
But you guys can do this. I can do this.
Yeah.
No, you guys have gone through enough. You've been great. You've been supportive. I owe you a roll. That's how this goes. This is like a transaction at this point.
I feel like it's an 80s movie and like we need the inspirational music.
You got the momentum right.
The year of yes.
But-
Cheers to the year of yes.
All right.
And that's the year of yes.
That is the year of yes. And joining us now is Andrew Ball, who, as you saw, helped facilitate this tumble, even though it's not really what you do.
How you doing, everyone? Yeah, I tried to do the best I could to help her out.
And why would you try to do the best you could to help me out?
I mean, I like to pass on the martial arts, of course, and even though forward rolling to me isn't a martial art, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you got to kind of know how to stay low on the ground, and, it's a good warm-up for an exercise, and I did study Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I can teach you how to forward roll. You brought your friend
Frank Spano.
who was a great guy to meet. Glad I met him, and he helped us walk you through it.
Is there any other type of relationship that you might have with some of these hosts on right now that would have been like, yeah, I'll help her tumble?
I've known you since I was a kid.
There we go.
We went to high school together.
I like how he doesn't want to admit it. He's
No,
like,
no,
I
no,
know
no.
this bitch for a while.
Of course, I should have said that first.
No worries.
I've known Jen a long time. I'm thinking, like elementary school days.
Yeah. And it
Back
was
when kids were tumbling.
back not Jen. I was not tumbling. But I have to tell you, it was tough for me. It was really scary. And I definitely, if you're looking for something that is going to first destroy, but then build your confidence, and you're looking for a sensei, that's what you would be called. If you're looking for a sensei who doesn't dabble in the BS and you want to get results, I would recommend Andrew Ball. And where can we find your dojo?
It's on Jerusalem Avenue in North Merrick, North Belmore. I say that because the address is North Merrick, but it's really North Belmore if you're from the area.
It's such like a jump.
Yeah.
It's by My Hero.
Yeah, it's right.
Yes,
by
it's
Right by My Hero.
I'm right next to Diner Boys, that new restaurant that opened up.
So good.
Actually, not that new. They opened up around the same time I opened up. We've been open since 2020. I opened up during COVID, which was
wow.
which was a
That was
fight.
a risk.
It was a fight on its own. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because you're just in like a room full of sweat
Yeah.
and bacteria.
Well, we keep it as clean as possible.
It was very clean in
Yeah,
there.
we
I
could-
was
Yeah, but like, how do you do that with masks?
Well, the mat, one in my class, you're gonna sweat, guaranteed, And
I didn't expect that.
That's
I
why
mean,
I'm not
it was like
taking
workout.
a martial arts class.
I was
And
sweating just watching
From
Jen.
what I saw, from what I noticed in those terrible days of COVID, is that if you try to wear a mask while in a class like that, the mask is gonna get soaked. And
Yeah.
all you're gonna be doing is breathing in sweat.
Like gross.
Yeah,
So-
it's better off just not to wear it.
I think
in
they
that,
even said that you shouldn't wear a mask in a class like that.
in a
Yeah.
dojo.
And it depends on the workout. So, yeah.
But it's a really cool dojo. It's super clean. It has great signage. And from amateurs to people, he actually gets people ready for upcoming fights, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We have a competition team. I've had students compete under the AB Martial Arts banner. They compete, and my trainer, Louis Neglia, he's a promoter. He's the biggest promoter on the East Coast.
Oh, wow.
And he's put over 150 fighters into the UFC.
Oh, nice.
So in his shows, it's really like, the place you want to be, because if you could fight in other shows and the UFC wouldn't pick you up.
So this is great. It's a good opportunity. And you don't have to wait. This is the year of yes. If your children
That's what I
decide
was
they
gonna
want to do it,
say.
he has classes for all ages. He has private one-to-one classes that I'm considering. But he really kicked my butt that one time. I think it's because he really wanted me to succeed. I'd like to
Two
think
tumbles.
Yes.
Two tumbles.
That. Two tumbles.
Can we say half a time?
Yeah, it was. I couldn't even watch that video. Anyway, big ups to Don Sill for editing for me and being like the best dude ever and cranking that out in like
No time.
moments flat. He
I was
so
surprised the
fantastic.
tumble was happening so early in the year. You talked about it and you said, okay, I'm tumbling next week.
Let's
But
knock it out.
Yeah.
Why wait?
But you started the year off with a yes, and you're
Do you know why?
continuing this energy on.
Never before in a dojo or any atmosphere have I felt so small and yet so fucking large that Andrew made me feel that at this time. I was like, what? He's like, you're not even trying. I'm like, I'm so scared. I'm so
He's like,
scared.
I really am trying.
Please don't feel like
the thing
it.
I
about-
wish I was there
But
to
I
push
did
you
it.
over.
It was really like army
about-
training.
The
It
thing
was
about martial
intense.
The thing about martial arts is that you could be an athlete in a different sport. You could be a triathlon athlete and do martial arts for the first time, and you're gonna get tired. It doesn't matter how good a shape you are. Everybody starts as a beginner, and everybody starts as a white belt. So you, Jen, right? You could be doing better than someone who's in much better shape only because you did a couple more classes. And that would be a very good confidence boost for yourself. Like, watch, I had to help this really physically fit guy understand the drill.
Well,
And you can totally beat up a
if you ha-
10-year-old.
if you ha-
Like,
for me, it'd be kicking a toddler, but all right.
If you did 2 months in my school, right? Anybody who never did it before, you would be able to help them.
That's pretty cool.
You would know
Yeah.
more than them, and they could be a pro fighter at a different school. It wouldn't matter. They
Well,
would not know what we do in my
We
school.
know that the 8-year-olds are really great because as I was trying, Andrew's like, 8-year-olds can do this. And I was like, I'm just trying so hard.
I tell people even 5-year-olds
right.
can do certain things.
Oh,
Think
here
it
we
was-
go.
Yeah, here it is.
And
The
I-
Keep
tears.
digging. I like
And I-
this.
and I-
I like him. He can hang out.
I dig only because I know you can do it.
and
I know you can do it.
Yeah, and-
It's not something over your head. I'm not throwing curveballs.
Well, it was really over my head. To be precise.
Where
No,
is
no,
are
no.
you more physically educated than
No.
a fifth grader?
No pun intended with the.
Yeah.
No, total
Yeah.
pun. Total pun intended. But it was actually a really cool experience, and I'm considering going back. But like, it was intense, and like Adam said, I got this idea, and I had to move because once I get momentum, I gotta go.
Gotta go.
It's like a forward roll. Once you get started, you gotta complete it through.
I was gonna say a trip to the bathroom, but sure, go.
It's
Let's
like-
go with a forward roll.
It's like a trip to the
staying
once you
bathroom.
get that urge, you're moving forward.
So yeah, it's the first in our year of yes, and there's other things coming up. I'm publishing a book.
Ooh.
I've already
should
talked
be
about it. Why do you
easier.
act so shocked? We already talked about it. Adam's like, I'm
because
not
I
listening.
drink a lot and I'm not listening. You
This is
I'm
like
not
brand new
listening.
information.
you know me, and yet here we are discussing.
That's true. We do spend a lot of time together just repeating ourselves. Just been, yeah, no, that's great. That's great. So are you you're not an active fighter, you're a sensei, right?
So I have not retired, but due to injuries, I've slowed down in the competition area. I've had surgeries, things have held me back, so I compete less, but I'm not done competing. I want to compete a few more times. do a
Yeah,
couple
sure.
more things and really get.
Go. You two go.
Yeah, you two should compete. I bet you'd be in a similar weight
Compete?
class.
I only
You would be a
sweat in
heavy-
saunas.
He would be a heavy. I wouldn't even be in his weight class.
Really?
He would be in the. I'm the middleweight, so that means I fight at 185. And if I fight at 185, you have to lose weight to get to that. So I walk around at 210, right? What's your?
I sweat during spicy food, not
I
Listen,
consider taco.
not
Bell
physical
spicy.
activity.
I would assume your weight would be 225.
Yeah, that's about correct. It's
we'll
about
take
correct.
it.
I don't
Okay.
weigh myself
do not
ever to
assume
know,
mine or I'll
so
never talk to you again. Like, that's all I have to say. Don't
the
assume mine.
doctor
I'll never
weighs
talk
me
to you
once
again.
a year.
Yeah, just then he keeps it to himself. Like, you keep it to yourself.
I don't care.
That's a respectable weight.
Yeah, it's
I like
respectable.
one of those carnival people. They're like, you are
Yeah.
120.
See, it's
now."
funny you should say that. I'm good with people's age, although I'll probably
Don't
fuck
tell
yours
me.
up right now.
Yeah, keep
good,
drinking.
I'm good with weight from the martial arts. You know, sometimes
Yeah, you see all
You'll be at
statures.
events and you'll see a guy walk past you and you're like, is he in my weight class? Do I have to fight this guy one day? You know, so you always.
Sure.
You're
even
always-
Sizing
though-
them up.
But I'm not. We won't have to fight.
I'm the
You're not-
opposite. It's
you're not
the
my
Are
weight
you
class.
21? I have a lot of experience in Are you
Yes,
21?
I'm big on Are You 21? Absolutely. Like, I won't even talk to someone if they're under 21. Like,
Wow.
yeah. Well, you got to live your life.
I
and
love
not in the danger
I
zone.
love pegging the youngins when they come into the liquor store, and
With
I
their
know I'm going to
ID.
reject them on their ID because
We can't talk about
ah,
it.
so much fun,
Killer.
so much
I
fun.
can't ask you that. I can't ask you to ask me my age because I already told you that I'm the same.
This
age
is
as
true. That's I did
Oh.
remember
I
that.
guarantee you he's a year older than me, though.
Okay.
No way, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're 37, right?
I'm gonna be next
can't
month.
I'm 36.
Okay.
Boom.
So I knew that, yeah.
How old am I?
What
I
year?
never would have
Okay,
put either
me
of
too.
those
Yeah.
together.
I don't care.
Towards the end, towards the
How
end.
old are you? You are. I feel like we know this, but.
I know this.
Yeah, shut up.
This is what we're doing.
Oh,
in the
now
show.
I'm on the
Guessing
spot
ages.
here.
It's
Let me have another
okay.
drink.
Yeah, keep it chug-a-lug.
But if I can go a little more into
Please.
my
Go.
school, so my school,
21.
you know, growing
Correct.
up was a little crazy for me. You know, Jen would know a little bit about my history growing up.
A little bit. A little
I,
bit.
you know, so as a teenager, my parents lost custody of me, and I was sent to a group home where I had to live for 2 years. Right, so my childhood was a little rocky. I got into a lot of street fights and kicked out of school, stuff like that.
Oh, man.
But when I found martial arts, my life turned around, and I stopped getting in trouble. You know, my family life got a lot better. And
Now I see pictures of you, I think, with your dad, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That was my
celebrating.
same experience with
Yeah.
alcohol. We have the
I
same
found my
story.
dad.
So when I went through that change, I said, "Wow, this is something that I have to help other people find." You know, because martial arts, you know, talk about mental health. Like martial arts is the number one mental health beater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like or builder, I should say, not beat. But
I'm gonna say because you
That's
get your
deep.
people get their shit rocked. I've seen it.
in what?
Not you,
In martial arts.
in martial arts. When I looked at all the things I saw, you
might
look like
see
a rock
people
star.
getting hit a lot. I see the blocks. I see people blocking punches. I see 15
It
minutes
is
of
like therapy.
I see 15 minutes of fighting, and you know maybe 10% of the punches thrown were landing.
How do I block out all these bad experiences through blocking? I got it.
Another analogy I would put to
Block out
that
today.
is that you always got to keep moving, right? In a martial arts fight, they're always moving. If everybody stops, you know they're getting hit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you always got to keep moving, and that's an analogy to life, right
Yes.
there.
That's
You got to
nice.
keep
Keep
moving.
it light on your feet.
Float like a butterfly.
In the most
sting like a
dangerous
bee.
Sting like a
situations,
bee.
you got to keep moving.
Well,
And I think-
oh, go.
No, please.
My son was getting bullied, and they said to take martial arts
Mm-hmm.
because not to like kick other kids' butts, but like it
course.
helps you
Confidence.
confidence and like how to handle yourself, and it just makes you like a bigger, not physically, but like mentally, it makes you a bigger person.
So-
and yeah, tell me more about that if you don't mind.
So yes, because I used to get into a lot of fights. I'm not gonna say I was a bully, but I was bullied and I was a bully, right? So
No.
it went back and forth. I mean, there
you
was.
were a bully when you
That's
were
why
a
you
teenager.
get
I was always I always bullied the bullies, right?
Yeah, well,
that's
I
good.
always protected
He's like the
and looked
Dexter
out for
of
people.
martial
You know what I
arts.
mean? I was never just like a mean-hearted person. I was always a good-hearted person,
That's
right?
good.
Well,
I think same.
Yeah.
Do you know who was just on the show?
Who?
Mr. Perry.
Mr. Perry. I'm trying to remember him.
I couldn't say at the
He's
time
Not
who he
to tell a
was.
story
I
and try
know
to help
him.
her
We'll
kids.
we'll talk later.
I
I'll tell you.
know.
Screw my kid.
This is what happens when she's drinking. On the wind
In what
down.
grade?
He did 9.
She's actually the bully of my
11.
kid.
And I remember him in
That's why
school,
she doesn't want to
but
talk
Unfortunately,
about
I wasn't in school for 9th to 10th grade. I was sent
Oh,
away.
right.
So I might not remember him as well, but I remember.
I didn't
him.
remember him either, but I didn't go to your school, so.
We couldn't
But-
say at the time, but you
Makes
were
perfect
saying.
sense.
I apologize.
The thing about not getting into fights after learning martial arts is that once you know you know how to fight. You're like, I know how to fight. So why do I have to prove it to anybody if I know?
Why
That's
use
smart.
it?
If
Why
I
use
know.
it?
Right.
If I know what's gonna happen, I don't need to show you, right? Only if you hit me or try to,
But then you
hurt
deserve
me,
it.
then
I used
I-
to play a lot of Mortal
I
Kombat
have
in
to-
high school, and I had the same mentality. I said, I know how to hit you. I know how to do this fatality. I can't pull it
Like,
off
if
right
you-
now,
Knockout.
but I know how to do
if
it.
you're gonna play,
And I need you to know that I know how to do
if
it.
you're gonna play a game with someone, but you know that you're gonna win,
Yeah.
why are you even playing that game?
True.
True. I could
Very
be home on
true.
the couch.
I could be in a gym playing
Or-
that game with
or in the
another
gym.
experienced fighter
or in
Yeah.
the gym,
who can actually
everybody.
challenge me and won't call the cops and get me arrested.
I think that's
Right.
the big piece too. Is like you realize what's important to you when you have something so important to you like martial arts.
When you have something to lose, you're not easily
Yeah.
you're not easily
Yes.
willing to give it away.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing to think about.
We need to. That's the abstinence conversation right
So if
there.
I
Not
had-
that anyone ever needs to do that, but
So if I had a student, right, and I found out he was getting into fights every weekend, I would kick him out of my school. I wouldn't teach martial arts to a person like that.
Right.
It's a loose cannon.
It's gonna look bad on me at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
you're giving
course.
them the skills
because
to...
I'm giving them the skills.
And
So
it's disrespectful to the craft because,
it's
like you said,
disrespectful to me. I'm not
Yeah.
teaching you this to go beat people up.
Right.
you
It's
know?
a big respect thing. So even when we first entered the dojo, he's like, "All right, do you want me to do this like a regular class, or what do you want?" And I said, "You just start as I don't really know what I want, but like let's start it as a class." And he's like, "I've got to go get my belt then, and I've got to go like." And we started with like a little
I
like
bet you were thinking it was a
Little
different belt.
meditation.
We always start with a
Nope.
meditation. So when I do private lessons, right, some people aren't comfortable with the traditional stuff, and they just want
I
like
dig
a
it.
personal trainer. And I didn't get into this to be a personal trainer, but I do want people to learn martial arts in any way possible, whatever you're comfortable with. You're paying for the hour, so you don't. I'm not going to force you to do anything. But when you join my academy, my group classes. This
Sure.
is what you signed up for.
This is what they do.
This is what
Absolutely.
you signed up for.
Did you ever have somebody come up and be like, "I want to do martial arts, but I would feel more comfortable being naked,
Naked.
like totally naked"? Because I feel like that would happen.
I don't.
Why wouldn't that happen?
Even I don't think that would happen.
Am I the only one who thinks that way?
How did you get there?
I wouldn't want to be, but I would
love-
imagine some.
I love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but this is heading me towards a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu joke.
Go for it.
I don't have the joke, but
I think we can connect the dots.
Yeah, but because I would like to, these guys that I saw.
it's a lot of rolling
In
around.
Brazil, I
If you-
wouldn't
if you-
mind that,
I'm sure,
Not
sure
in New
there's a
York.
naked Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu place somewhere in this world.
I'm sure there is, but I
Not
have
in
to
New
tell
York,
you
but
Live
that
in California.
the people that I see who are training, I would imagine want to see themselves. Like it's kind of like when you go to the gym and like they're like looking at themselves, and that's why you have all the mirrors. I imagine they'd want to see like their muscles flex, especially because you're using so many of them.
In my school,
wrong?
It's very traditional. It's old school. I was taught by a very old school guy. I mean, my sensei, he's a grandmaster. He's in the Karate Hall of Fame. He's world champion. Fought at Madison Square Garden. Been around forever. He helped make the rules to the MMA rules that they use now. He was one of the people.
And what was his name?
Louis Neglia.
Wow.
So he's been around for a long time. People who know martial arts know him. And I try to replicate my school off his school, of course. And, I wouldn't want to do
best
anything
for the
different.
best, yeah.
In my school, if you're not allowed to take off your shirt and flex in the mirror.
That makes sense. Have
I would say
respect.
put your
It's
shirt back on.
strictly
Yeah,
about the
respect.
art.
This isn't like that.
He's not at the
This
club.
isn't the gun show.
If no one's there, if no one's there, I mean, no one's gonna stop you. But in a room full of people, you're not there flexing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'll tell you to put your shirt on. I'll tell you to go spar somebody and
Right.
have you look foolish.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lord help us.
How close is your art to, say, something like capoeira, which is also
Capoeira.
Brazilian?
Oh my god, I love
So-
that movie. Only the Strong.
Oh my gosh, let's
We'll
not
talk
even
later.
go there. But
Am I the one? I was like Bob's Burgers. Am I the only one?
So-
I guess so.
For the past 16, 17 years, right, I've dedicated my life to the styles of martial arts that I know.
okay,
So when people talk about other martial
You're
arts
like,
that I don't know,
I have no idea.
I have zero
Okay,
idea.
fair enough.
That's
That's
fair.
good.
Fair.
Capoeira. I've seen it. It's I know what it looks like, right?
Okay.
But I know nothing about the
Fair enough.
about the
That's
art
okay.
of
It's
it.
the only thing that I know about any kind of
It's very cool to
Brazilian
watch.
and something else, whether it's dance or fighting.
As effective as what I do, I don't think so, but I
Okay.
think it's very cool. And some people who are like already in the UFC, they like to incorporate it and practice it and use it as an exercise.
Sure.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Interesting.
That's interesting.
To each
yeah.
his own. Not for me, but I
Okay.
think it's very interesting, and I think it's cool to watch.
All right.
So I wanted to get your accolades.
Cool to watch.
I want to get your accolades straight.
Yeah.
Tell the people.
Okay.
Andrew Ball.
So I started fighting in 2010. In 2012, I won my first Muay Thai championship. I went on to fight regular kickboxing with no knees or elbows, and I went on to be a world champion in that.
Wow.
I fought
Wow.
in Italy. I fought in a world tournament. That means all the best amateur fighters in the world would congregate in Italy and fight in one stadium, and
Oh my
Wow.
it was a tournament, fighting multiple times in a
Amazing.
weekend.
That sounds
The-
medieval.
yeah, it
Yes,
was very
it
cool.
does.
And
I'll be in the
I
hotel
came
room.
out the world champion, and then when I came home, I defended that title. So I'm a two-time world champion,
Oh.
right? And then I have 3 other titles in other styles: Muay Thai. There's Glory Rules.
Rules.
Glory Rules is a combination of kickboxing and Muay Thai.
I heard that that's hardcore.
It's all hardcore.
Well,
It's
excuse
all,
me.
It's all pretty hardcore.
He's like, it's all.
He's sweating. It's all
Yeah,
hardcore.
A tumble was hardcore.
Even,
The judge.
But I did it, sort of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a big fan of the kickboxing because in Muay Thai and in Glory Rules, you're allowed to clinch and hold for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Clinch and hold.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's
It's like it's
Eagles.
like it's
like
like,
Eagles,
it's
yeah.
like tying
I was
it's like
thinking
tying up in
Eagles.
boxing. In kickboxing, there's no tying up,
Oh,
so it's just
not interested in
it's
that.
just non-stop action the whole time.
Sounds so
I did
vanilla.
see. I saw a lot of the clips of you fighting. I saw a lot of the clips of Frank fighting, and Frank is definitely. He couldn't join us tonight, but he's definitely. I'm like, what are you guys doing? He's like, just making out, and I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you have to. When you're done, you have to kiss each other, and I'm like,
What?
he
You
was
talking
just-
about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, he's like, when you're done, you have to kiss each other, and I'm like, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, you got to look each other in the eyes. It's important. It's about
the
building
humor-
camaraderie.
No
The hu-
way.
He was
Joking.
kidding. He was
He's
kidding.
Because I'd be like
What-
totally
the
into
Braz-
watching them.
There's a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu humor. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like
a lot.
they're very like they don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
Exactly.
Sure.
He was
Like,
so cool
Yeah, 'cause
about
they
it.
know
They'll
they
ta-
could kick your butt.
They'll kill
Yeah.
you. So who cares
Exactly.
what you think? You know what I mean?
Literally, our conversations, if you look in our texts, they're just all like dick jokes. All of them. We don't say, I don't think we've said anything to each other besides like, alluding
Well,
to the fact
speaking
that
of
he's
dick
gay.
jokes, Jen.
Yes.
What's next from you? You've already done tumbling. Will there be some kickboxing? Will there be
whoa,
some
whoa.
jujitsu, or will there just be some sweating
Jujitsu.
somewhere else?
I would say there's definitely always a little bit of
There's a
Yeah.
little miss.
there's always a little
Slurring.
bit of sweat. There's always some sweat. Actually, I do have something kind of exciting. I am in April. I am gonna go away to like film a movie. So
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah, so
god,
that's pretty cool.
That's something to sweat about.
And my character, when you read the synopsis, and I'm not going to give it away, I was angry and also like I do fit this character, but to read it on black and white, it was
Yeah,
like I
that was
showed it to you.
jarring.
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
sweat
oh,
right
God.
through this.
It was literally like they described the character as like overweight, sweaty, and I'm like, who read this and thought Jen Snortland? And I'm like, well, thank you, I'm taking the part.
Yeah,
So,
whatever.
yeah, I did a read for him. He was so cool. So that is in the pipeline, but it didn't come to fruition. So I don't really like to talk about things until
You
they
know,
come
of
Yeah.
course
To
not. Of
fruition.
course not. Let's talk about the other things that we're gonna sweat through this year.
We're sweating through so much. I'm like, what's that guy's name who's like a hermit now and he's just sweating to the oldies? He's a hermit. Makes you feel good. Where's the
Richard
short shorts?
Simmons?
Richard Simmons.
Oh.
You know what I teach that I didn't get to show you that you might be interested in?
Mm.
Tell us.
It's called street self-defense.
Ooh, I would like that.
So I'm going to a bachelorette party this weekend in Boyerstown, Pennsylvania, and the whole week up to this, I'm like, what weapons am I bringing? Because I've seen. Can you show us like a little something?
Sure.
Like
Oh my God.
how like Townie
just got
comes
so
at me.
excited.
Townie comes at me because I'm not going at Townies. I'm scared to shit. And we're in the middle of nowhere in like a big mansion house in the middle of the
So,
woods.
like
so
Silver
let me
If they have a fork.
Let me explain what this is what this is used for, because I teach this
Sure.
to little kids, and you're gonna think, oh my God, you teach this to kids,
Yes.
right? And
Cut me in
I
line.
explain
You
to
wait
them.
and
I'll
see.
explain to you like I explain to them. This is
F around
only
and find
in a
out.
life or death situation.
Never
Yes.
too
And
learn.
And
This is
with all
not
the-
something you do
you?
when you
Yes,
and your friend get into
absolutely.
an argument and you get into a fight.
But all the human trafficking we read about and all the kidnapping, especially on Long
I
Island, which
know.
once
know
you're out of
Jen's
Long
gonna
Island,
get trafficked.
they would be like,
I'm
goodbye.
counting down the days.
You know, some of these moves are, you know, if someone's trying to kidnap you.
So,
or
no one's
abduct
trying
you or
to
I don't like
Rob
candy,
you.
so I don't know
Rob
if that's
me.
gonna
Rob
work
you.
on me.
I feel
What
like
if they said
kill me to
puppies?
rob me
Yeah,
because they're
kill
I'm
like
not a puppy
Robbie,
person either. I think I'm
Townie.
pretty safe.
Wine.
You know?
All right, guys, let's give him the floor because, like I said, I
Sorry.
am going away to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
see
You are
this.
also going away in a little bit
To the middle of nowhere.
to the middle of nowhere.
To the
Why-
middle of
Does
nowhere.
someone
And-
not believe in like California or like?
Well, I was gonna bring a weapon, but then I'm like, I'm probably gonna get charged because you can only have a blade so long. Anyway, forget that.
Okay.
We got Andrew.
So let me give you guys some options, and maybe you get to pick on the move that you want to win.
Ooh, can I be the
Choose your own
Yes.
adventure. I like
Choose
this.
your
Let's
own
do
adventure.
this.
Choose your own adventure.
Do you
choose
want to
your own
learn
murder? Let's go.
how to get out of a situation where someone has you with two hands around the neck, standing up, facing
Okay.
I mean, no, not really.
No.
Listening.
each other? And that's how you.
I don't know if
Go
that's
ahead.
danger.
I could
Keep
teach you. Yeah, well, it's danger. If they squeeze your neck, you die. And
Tell me more.
Another one is if they grab your shirt and they're trying to like intimidate.
Sure.
Yeah, like some
Okay.
random stranger
Don't
bum walks
wrinkle
up to you,
my shirt.
grabs your shirt.
I feel like the wrinkle
Try-
the shirt would happen more often because
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
step back.
because that's something they might do
Sure.
before they try to hit
Exactly,
you.
they're
Sure.
gonna come here
Yeah,
first.
Yes.
they're
Can I
gonna come
make
here
my
first.
own option?
Oh,
You can
maybe,
try.
Maybe it's
Sure.
already an option. You don't know.
Oh,
Okay,
we're
so
still
keep
going through options? I'm
Okay.
sorry. We have A and B. Let's go to C.
And I'm gonna go over just the basics right now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
someone grabs your wrists, right? They're trying to, pull you somewhere.
Yes.
That definitely for
Grabs
sure.
your
That
wrist.
could definitely happen.
You could do one. Someone grabs one wrist. Someone grabs two wrists.
Yeah.
Someone puts you in a bear hug.
The bear hug, I feel like, is more possible for me. I don't know why, but I
Okay.
feel like that's
The
gonna
bear hug's
happen.
Could use a hug.
The bear hug's easy. We want to go over the bear hug.
I do. I
The
do.
bear hug.
Okay.
Want to do me and you?
Oh, I thought we were still on the this
Should
was
we-
like a
should we get up and
hypothetical
give
hug.
space?
thing.
We pick the bear hug.
We picked the bear
Pick the
hug.
bear
Go
hug.
ahead.
So we get up and give you guys some space? Don't
Yeah.
slam into the TV?
Sure.
It doesn't matter who we go with.
Okay.
Anybody.
I'll do it.
Want to do
I'll
it?
do
Okay.
that. All right.
She's down.
She's already in the middle. It's perfect.
Let's
Okay.
move these out.
Don't spill my wine.
So
Alright.
Like finally
you're
some
Do not
action.
break that TV.
Am
You will kill
I
me.
looking at you?
Yes,
Or?
yes. You're gonna do it to me, and then I'm gonna do it to you, and you're gonna get out of it.
You do
Okay?
it to me, I do it to you like
So
this.
first you gotta bear hug me, right? Tight, tight, tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. First.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna drop a level, right?
Interesting.
Okay.
To
I'm
her
gonna drop
level,
a level.
that makes sense.
I gotta get my base. So you're gonna
to
try
get-
and hide your face, and I'm gonna dig my thumbs into
my
your eyes.
gosh.
See,
She's
that's
already
why I
let it
didn't
go.
get up.
She's already let it go.
I regret that.
I'm not really gonna hurt you.
Okay.
Grab me, I drop a level. I grab her eyes.
is an explanation.
and I
Come on,
rake
this is-
and push away. So that's
Oh,
me putting
raking
my
and
thumbs.
pushing away. That
raking-
was intense.
So the
Okay,
dropping is...
okay. So I raked and I push away. Now she's stunned. I palm her ears.
Yeah.
I elbow
Oh
her and then I knee. So if
Okay.
you do it
This
quickly,
is way less
You
sexy
can do it.
than I
You
thought.
can do it to him now,
grab
though.
me again.
Grab
Grab me
him.
again.
Grab him.
I'm gonna drop a level. Rake your eyes. Palm your ears. Elbow.
I got you. That's
and
all
knee.
right. We got you.
That's why I
Gotcha.
wanted him because I don't want to.
I got it, though.
That's why I wanted her.
And it
You
makes
don't want to
sense.
make me feel like
Yeah.
too late.
One more time, grab it.
Okay.
This is even better.
Palm, elbow, knee.
I'm too good of a
And if
host
I-
for this.
and if I-
This is strictly for the guests.
I know
if
what
I-
the what
And
did I
if,
sign
and
up
if
for?
someone were to try and grab me like that, I would
Yeah.
do that in a split second.
Yeah.
Okay? So, now, I'm going to grab you.
Okay.
I'm going to bear hug you. I want you to bend your knees, drop a little.
Just hug and kiss.
Okay, now
If you
put- no,
kiss
no,
him enough
no.
times, he'll stop.
So put your thumbs in my eyes.
Not real, but
Not really. Or lightly, just go.
There you
over my-
go. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, feel
Oh,
that.
This
now
is a
rake out,
picture.
rake out.
Oh.
Rake my ass.
Push
Good.
him out.
I would
Push
let
him
go.
out. Whoa.
I would let go.
Elbow.
Now you palm my ears.
Oh, wait,
You
forgot
hold
that
my
part.
head. You elbow. Elbow. Good. Now grab my head and knee.
You know, she would have an easier time if she just said, "My name's Karen."
My
But
name's
if I
Allison
drop
Persky.
a
and I'm
little
cool.
bit, palm, elbow, knee, I could do it right away,
So-
and in a split second, right,
Yeah.
you might be able to get some distance and be able to run away.
So you caught.
Interesting. I have
if
to
you're a
run
woman and you're
now.
being up, if I'm
Totally
if it's
uninterested
me, I'm
in
gonna
any
go
of this
attack him
physical
after that.
activity.
So it would be you're getting him off balance first.
First, I'm dropping
blind-
level, getting my base.
Dropping
If
it like it's hot.
If I'm super
like it's
tall,
hot.
right, and he's bear hugging me, I'm gonna tip over. All right. So first, I have to drop my weight a little bit.
Okay.
If his head's in the middle, I'm gonna find his eyes, rake his eyes. He's gonna let go right
blind.
away.
Love
and I palm
this.
his ears. I elbow his head, and I knee.
Senses are gone. Senses are gone. He's on the floor.
Now-
You
Finish
are the
job.
best translator.
Now,
I know, right? You like that?
now in competition, can you do something like that?
No.
Absolutely not. You'll
That's
be you'll be arrested if you
But
stick your thumb-
MMA, you could do stuff.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, that,
No,
what?
you
I
can't
thought
stick
that was anything goes.
No, but
No.
Just get the
maybe-
person to the
maybe-
I
floor,
thought
make
so
them
too.
bleed.
I thought
Maybe in
mixed-
1992.
Oh,
Make
that's
them
when.
bleed.
That's the last.
1992, yeah.
That's the last time I
Yeah.
watched.
People were punching each other in the balls.
That's
back
the
then,
last
yeah.
time I watched.
Yeah.
What?
I said,
1992.
"This is too violent for
And
me.
then-
This is not
No.
going anywhere."
The last
Now
time
it's
I
like a
watched-
rule that it's like it's like
rules.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
think
it
it
was
was-
supposed to be no
it's
rules.
very little rules.
Oh,
but
Very
you
little.
can't stick your thumbs in someone's eyes. You can't groin strike.
Yeah.
Can't hit in the back of the head.
Yeah.
In
can't kick
kickboxing-
can't kick on the ground.
Yeah.
There used to be this great kickboxer
I'm just
Throwing down.
named
Disgusted.
Just
Crow
want death.
What?
named Crow Cop. It
Oh,
was this
Crow Cop is the
amazing
man.
kickboxer,
Yeah.
and I actually used to.
Having
I
a
don't watch
butterball.
kickboxing.
Mirko Krokop. He's actually a like
He's amazing.
like a
He
Secret
was.
Service guy in whatever country he's
God.
from.
Bro, he would walk and kick.
That's why he's the Crow Cop.
He's
you
Crow
know?
Cop,
Croatia,
Croatian
Croatia,
cop.
Wow.
Croatian
yeah.
cop. So, are you gonna invite us down to see you when you get it done? You're gonna show us where to get tickets and all that fun stuff.
When I fight,
when you're trained
when
up
I
in
fight
fighting?
again, I'm definitely gonna let you guys know.
Let us know.
I'm
'cause you're
building my
there.
school. I'm trying to find my own fighters, build up the youth, try to get them, in
And
the
we
same
Confident.
direction.
And then you can send your own fighters out to like
My ninjas.
weaken the other. Yes, weaken the other team, and then you
Yeah.
pop out and
Yeah.
finish the deal.
And
I
then I
like
beat up,
this.
and then I beat
Foot
up the other
soldiers.
coach's coach. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think that's where it starts though for kids is confidence in anything, and it attracts other people when you're confident.
Yeah, think about it. When
You know?
these kids come in with no confidence, and then once they realize that they know a lot more than someone who doesn't know martial arts, like
Yeah.
they'll see a big, intimidating new person come in, and they'll think, "Wow, like before I was here, I would have been terrified of that guy.
Right.
But now that I'm here, he's a beginner.
Sweep the
Mm.
leg.
He's he's
the
nervous to
leg.
peril for
I
me.
see everyone as amateur drinkers as
Yes.
Well,
You are the
well. I can take them
master.
all down.
yeah. In fact, Adam is such a good drinker that my husband doesn't like me hanging out at the liquor store with you. He's like, you can't call me to pick you up at 3:00 in the afternoon, and I'm like, but I did.
That's we solve
my-
problems
my-
at the
problem
liquor
solvers.
store.
I'm super strict in my school. My students are super nice kids, and they
Yeah.
they have to be. When there's new students, they go out of their way to help them.
That's
I love
wonderful.
that.
I mean, like they know, because they remember when they were a beginner.
Would you ever consider maybe adding an element like once a year on Thanksgiving of like community service with the kids?
Community service that just brings bad memories back.
No, like doing like a soup kitchen.
Nobody wants
like,
free
like volunteering at a soup kitchen, not like what the probation officer makes us do.
Yeah, and not like cleaning up graffiti.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
not cleaning up
okay.
graffiti
Yeah, I
on
had
the
to
side
do
of the
that. I had
road.
to do that
Yeah,
before.
well, we had the same PO, I think.
We're not
What's
here
that?
for that.
Thank
I
you.
know.
I don't remember back then.
Yeah,
back,
Cunningham.
yeah. That sounds like a bad memory.
Nobody wants to remember
But
the
you get
past,
over
Jen.
it.
We're
You
thinking
get
about the
over it.
future, and in the future, we
Those
are
days were
saying
honestly
yes.
terrible for
Those
me.
days are gone.
Yes,
Those
we
days
did
are
have to
gone.
Mrs. Cunningham, she was a
It's
very
tough.
scary lady.
But
yeah.
she was fair. But she was tough. She
Yeah,
was
but
tough.
she didn't know what was going on with me, so
No.
she had no idea.
Well, that's the whole
what
thing.
to
Everybody
say to me.
thinks that they can see at the surface and don't realize what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, no one
And,
does.
Yeah, and even as you get older, if you do reflect back and don't catch PTSD from it, there are just some things that are better left behind to move forward.
Absolutely.
Just like in martial arts, you move forward.
Tumble forward.
You know who did know what was going on with me?
Who?
My sensei.
Oh wow.
He knew
Isn't
what
that-
type of person I was. He's seen a million of me. You know what I mean? He knew exactly what was going on, and that's why I was so open to being the most loyal student I could ever be.
What
to
was
him.
his name again?
Louis Neglia.
So this
And
guy.
anybody who knows martial arts and they're watching this, they know he's a big time guy in the.
Are you still
in the
cool with
industry.
him? Like, do you still see him?
Yeah, I train with him every week. Yeah.
Oh
Really?
wow.
He's actually got a documentary coming out called The Neglia Nexus.
How do you find out more?
It's
That's
actually
great.
I'm told to be. It's on Netflix.
Are you
The
gonna
Not
be
Not
in
yet.
it?
Not yet. I'm
Sure,
not,
look. Make
I'm
sure
not
we
in
look
it.
out for it.
He's had students since the 70s.
Oh, okay.
So you know.
Yeah, so he-
Andrew's like a drop in the bucket, but he changed
Yeah.
Andrew's life so
He did.
much.
He did. And
But that
but you know
means
what? But
something
you know what?
because how many lives
Well,
has he?
So
Has
many
it
more.
changed?
So many.
Yeah.
So many more.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm a small part, but you know,
No.
I you know, I am,
I'm sure
and
he
I am
means
a big
something
part.
to you,
in-
and you mean
But what a
something to
wonderful
him.
story that
but
Andrew.
he goes way back. He goes way back.
And
Amazing.
through the mentoring that he received there and learning martial arts, Andrew's able to give back by opening up his own dojo. And let's please community help him be successful. Enroll into his dojo. Check it out. Just check it out. It's what's the first class? It's not terribly expensive. It's like what, $95?
No, it's 150 a month, but
Yeah.
there is a free trial class.
Take the free trial
And,
class. You'll like
There's
it.
small group classes. So the thing about my gym that's different is that you can go to like a big gym, the one that maybe everyone's heard of, that you know that's got 1 million people that go there. Right?
We won't say the name, but we know it. Yep.
Anyone. There's a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get the same attention at that
Right.
gym that you will at my gym. At my gym, it's almost like private lessons. You know what I mean? Like I know every single student by name. I know what they do. I know what they're like. There's not a student that goes past me that I don't know them. You know what I mean? So that's the big difference. Like you'll go to the same gym for 3 years and the coach doesn't even know your name.
Not to mention, he's yelled at me. So if that does it for you.
Hear, hear.
Hear,
Hear,
hear.
hear.
I don't know if
We
I
appreciate
yelled.
it.
It
Maybe
wasn't
what she-
yelling, but
maybe
he
what
was
she took it-
stern.
Yeah.
It was stern.
It was stern advice.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
He's
very
so
stern.
used to
You have
these
to be stern.
gentle males.
I am used to
No.
men being like really like, Jen, it's okay, supportive, and then to get
You're
into
used
the
to pushovers. You're not
Not
used to tumble
pushovers.
overs.
Like my
No.
sensei Louis Neglia, he's very stern. He's really
I
no
agree.
nonsense.
Well, he dealt with you, so he had to
Just
be.
came to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I do have to say, I have known Andrew basically my entire life, and we've certainly had our ups and downs, and whether we got along or not. But I am so proud that to see you here today and what you're doing.
I remember maybe ball busting.
Yeah.
No, we would just mess around.
Yeah,
we
we
were
I,
cool.
we
Yeah.
never had any serious problems.
No.
I mean, you know, what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
we
I always thought of her as a friend.
Kids
Yeah.
games. Kids games.
Yeah, and you know what?
I was a reckless kid, and sometimes people.
Maybe
you know,
I was a little too.
Yeah,
And you're
So
a
we crossed
reckless adult,
paths.
so.
No, but it is so wonderful to reconnect with people from your community that are still within your community. I'm living back in my community in Merrick. It was so great to see him open up a dojo on Jerusalem Avenue in Merrick. It's going to be wonderful if my daughter can get to that point of, you know, being able to do that. That would be great.
You know what the great thing about me opening up the gym in Merrick is that I had the most terrible
Everybody was happy to see you move up, right?
Terrible reputation. I had a terrible reputation growing up. I mean, from 12 to 18, I was just nonstop in trouble, getting into fights. Parents didn't want their kids hanging out with me. And now they could drive past my gym every day. See
Now they're
my
dropping
name-
their kids off to you.
see my name on the window, and they can know that I'm doing well for myself.
Yep.
And that they see kids smiling, laughing, having a good time at my gym.
You were in the
Adults-
paper?
Yeah, I was in the paper. Yeah.
That's when I first reached out to you. I was like, I'm proud of you.
yeah.
I saw you in the paper.
I was
you're
in the
doing
local paper.
for those kids what your sensei did
Yes,
for you.
yes,
I mean,
that-
it's such a gift that keeps giving.
So when I say to my sensei, like I won world championships, though, I would always tell him, hey, sensei, thank you. Like a genuine thank you. He goes, don't thank me, thank martial arts.
Aw.
Because he's just passing on.
Right.
His
You
The
don't think
knowledge
someone,
that he knows.
you don't think someone did that for him?
Transfer.
Yeah.
You know, he grew up in Gravesend, Brooklyn, and back in the day, at that time, where it was like crazy. You know,
Riots,
Sure.
yeah.
it was crazy, and
Melees and things. Yep.
you know, a lot of the people in the neighborhood were, doing a lot of crazy stuff, and he didn't go down a route. he went down the other route. You
Right.
know?
That's amazing.
So,
So what website
He found
can
martial
they find
arts
you
and
on?
not alcohol.
and same me.
Yeah.
I could have went down another route. I would have been dead or in jail if I didn't.
Well, I'm certainly glad that
Yeah,
it didn't happen.
that's not the case.
Again,
Yeah.
incredibly proud of
Plug
Andrew Ball
yourself.
from my
Thank you.
neighborhood.
Thank
So
you.
excited to see the glow up. You can visit him at his website at
www.martialartsmerrick.com. You can follow me on Instagram, AB_underscore martial arts, or you can follow me on my personal Instagram, Andrew underscore no.
Balls
Why,
Out.
why do I make it so hard? AB_Andrew. No, I don't even know my thing.
I will
That's okay.
post all of his
Follow,
information.
follow the business. Follow the business. AB
follow the
underscore
business. No one
martial
cares
arts.
about you.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
don't look at me. You'll
So
see
again-
pictures of me and my wife eating dinner.
So,
There you go.
speaking of your wife, do you want to give her a shout out for all her support and how wonderful
Oh, she's
she
great.
is?
My wife is Colombian. She moved to this
that's
country 3
scary.
years ago. Met me and
liked him. It's crazy.
Amazing.
I'm her American.
Dream.
Yeah.
Aw, that's sad.
It's pretty
She
awesome. Though.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. And aren't you?
And
Are you
she just
engaged?
changed- No, I'm married.
You're married.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I didn't see. Well,
we-
probably because you're fighting all the time.
I don't wear my ring when I go to work because
I don't either.
Sure,
Yeah.
you'd put marks on people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
I'll-
would have just.
I've seen people have their skin ripped under their.
Gross.
Yes,
And
well,
on that note, thank you guys for joining us at the WineDown. Thank you so much, Allison Persky. Thank you, Andrew Ball. And of course, as always, thank you, my favorite co-host, Adam.
Sipsay.com.
Visit
Thank you,
sipsay.com.
Jen.
Everyone have a
Yes.
great week. See you in 2 weeks.